Hello world, Shelly here, and it's time for your foundation fix. And I'm not going to say Friday because I'm going to be optimistic. And I'm going to hope that I'm going to get a couple extra videos posted. And this might go up on a not Friday. Let's be optimistic, shall we? Maybe it'll be Friday, maybe it'll not. It'll be a surprise. It'll be a surprise for everybody. We are going to check out the new release from Kevyn Aucoin. What is it? Is it a powder? Is it a highlight? No, it's foundation in a balm. Yeah, pretty cray, right? It's foundation balm. Balm. How many times can I say that strangely? This is in the shade Light FB01, Foundation Balm 01. It is the lightest of the 20 shades they have available. Retails for $52. You get 0.7 ounces of product. I'm not sure how exactly that would compare to a liquid in the sense that maybe you need less balm than you do liquid, so I don't think we can go ounce per ounce comparable here because of the difference in the medium that it's delivered in. It is described as a full coverage foundation with an innovative silky balm texture fortified with hyaluronic acid for a flawless finish in an extended shade range. May I humbly and politely disagree that 20 shades is not an extended shade range. Coverage full, finish matte, foundation cream, skin type normal, combo, and oily. It's also got vitamin E to protect and condition skin and avocado oil, which makes me hungry, supports the skin barrier, and protects against external damage. There are no parabens. It also comes with a quote-unquote specially designed brush. This to me just feels like a super dense, semi-firm kabuki brush. So, but it comes with it. You don't have to purchase it separately. So your $52 gets you this cute little, adorable little brush as well. Formula also contains antioxidants and the foundation matches the Etherealist foundation shades. So if you know your shade in the Kevyn Aucoin Etherealist, then you will use the same shade here in the balm. Ching. It's currently getting 4.3 out of 5 stars with only 3 reviews on Sephora's website. This stuff is brand spanking new. Let's take a look at this one swatched against a few others in my collection. Swatch time. First up is today's foundation, the Kevyn Aucoin Foundation Balm in the lightest shade FB01. Second is the Estee Lauder Double Wear Stay in Place in 1C1 Cool Bone. Third, I've got the Dior Forever Skin Glow Foundation in shade 0N. Fourth is the MAC Studio Sculpt in NW15. And last up, I have the Tarte Found Sealer in shade 13N. I already cleansed, moisturized, and sunscreened this 44-year-old face. I have some sun damage I like to cover up. Foundation likes to sink into my forehead lines, my smile lines. I've got large pores on my cheeks. Normal to dry skin. I'm pretty normal right now, and I think, fingers crossed, I've kind of gotten rid of the peelies that I had going on. At least I don't see them now. If they pop up with foundation, then I'll just cry. I won't cry, but I've already primed with the Strivectin Line Blur Effector. I'm going to apply this the way they say to apply it, which is with the fancy little brush here. Let's see. Just want to show you guys what we got going on here. Yeah, directions say swirl the balm brush in the foundation balm to pick up product and stroke it onto the skin starting in the center of the face and working outward. Definitely a nice medium coverage right off the bat, but as I feared, this brush is so dense and so small that you have to keep going over and over and over the same part of your face while the product is like melting to your body's temperature to spread out. And what that's doing is aggravating any areas that have potential flaking or peeling skin on dry skin. So I've got peelies popping up in between my eyebrows and my nose looks a little bit crazy. I'm kind of hoping that as the product warms up to my face, that will get better. I really wonder if I could apply this with a sponge. I feel like I'm just going to try it on the other side. This is a dampened Juno sponge, the microfiber sponge, and I'm just going to dip it into the balm here and try this. It's definitely lighter coverage with the sponge, but it is a lot more smooth over my dry skin. I just spent a very long time trying to get this to work over the areas where I am peeling. I think we're going to continue the review, even though it looks horrific where I'm peeling, but we can judge how it performs on the areas of my face that are not peeling, kind of like the way I worked with the Urban Decay foundation. The good news is the shade, I think, is a little bit, tiny bit too light for me. Probably okay for me in the dead of winter, but with that said, this is the lightest shade, so if you're maybe a shade lighter than me, this may work for you. If you're more than that, probably not. The finish is definitely matte, and I think it does a nice job over texture, but I'm not really impressed with how it looks on my pore areas. They're not being accentuated for the most part, but they're also not being smoothed or blurred in any way. I do feel like in some areas it's just sitting on top of the skin a bit. It feels lightweight. I didn't think it would, considering how thick of a balm it feels like it is when you're applying it and how long it takes to get it to like thin out and melt into the skin. But it does feel very lightweight. It does feel like it has set down very nicely. So we'll see. I may apply some powder anyway just to try to smooth over the mess that is my peelies on my nose and my forehead. But let's take a look at the time. It is 2:21. I'm gonna go put the rest of my face on. I'll be right back. Okay, I did end up setting my face with the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish, not because it needed to be set, but I felt that I was hoping for some smoothing over of some of the peelies that I have going on because they look bad and I gotta go out in the world today. The other thing I did was I ended up setting my face with the Caudalie Beauty Elixir, again, hoping to kind of melt it all together. It did help, but I still look like I have zombie skin all over my face. That's okay, it goes great with my zombie leg. The rest of my makeup is the Balm Desert Bronzer, the e.l.f. Primer Infused Primer Infused Blush in Always Rosy. Highlight is Natasha Denona Super Glow in the lightest shade. And my eyes, I filmed this. It is a comparison between two different palettes, the Alter Ego Goddess palette and the Natasha Denona Gold palette. I don't know what order these are going to go up in, so if it's already gone up, then I will link it for you guys. And if it hasn't gone up yet, then I won't link it for you guys, but keep your eyes peeled. My lip is a combination of the Cosa Sport Balm in Rush, and over that I put some Kevyn Aucoin. This is the Glass Glow lip gloss, and I am stoked at how this eye look came out. I am feeling myself today. Tried out the Tarte Big Ego mascara. I like it. I don't know why I didn't use my Kevyn Aucoin Expert mascara. You know why? It's because it was an empty when I was in Ireland, and I haven't gotten my backup out of my drawer yet. That needs to happen. This reminded me a lot of the look of that mascara, but a little less volume, a little less dramatic. Thumbs up on this one if you want a volumizing and lengthening mascara that isn't super, super, super dramatic, but still gives you a good little pop of lash there. Thumbs up, like it. That is where we are starting out. I'm going to go run some errands, do some stuff. I'll be back in a bit with a daylight check-in. I'll come back at the end of the night, give you guys my final thoughts. Hey guys, daylight check-in here. Oh, I don't know what time it is. Oh, it's about 7. So that means 4.5 hours? 4.5 hours or so. Here is your daylight color match of this one. I think it's definitely the trees out here that cast a strange color cast on me, and that is why my color doesn't look good when I'm out here doing daylight check-ins, but this foundation, I think it ages me. It makes my smile lines really, really, really pronounced. It's kind of like a cake face kind of a look. And I just feel like it ages me. I also don't think it's matte any longer. I haven't really done anything to make it not be matte, but that's what we got going on at about 4.5 hours. I'll be back tonight with my final thoughts. 11:17 p.m. Let's take a look at how the Kevyn Aucoin Foundation Balm held up. So we are about the 9-hour mark, and I feel like foundations are just out there to just confound me. This one, okay. At the 9-hour mark, passing by a mirror at a distance, it looks so good. Like, it still looks good. It looks smooth and put together. Up close, I'm not a huge fan of what it looks like, but my main complaint is just the way I feel like my smile lines are back, and they're not back because I've been doing my skincare. It's just making them look deeper or more pronounced or something. I can't put my finger on it, but I feel like I don't like how they look. Even when I'm talking, I see them, they don't look the way they normally look. That bugs me about this foundation. I feel like that ages me. But at the same time, let's just look up close. Here, let me get in here with you guys. Looking at my chin, I am starting to lose a little bit of coverage. It's settled into my deepest chin lines, but it hasn't settled into any other lines, really. It is starting to break apart along motion lines around my mouth. It's caking up on the flaky skin on my nose, but my cheeks look pretty much the same as they did this morning. Blush bronzer highlight is fully intact. Really nothing has changed there. It's not the most smoothing on texture, but it's not terrible. It's probably slightly smoothing, I would say. The area between my eyebrows looks okay, except for the caking along the flaky skin I've got there. It's still caked along the flaking skin on my forehead. One of the cats is chewing plastic right now. There's so very little breakdown at this 9-hour mark that to me is very impressive. Which is why it's just confounding to me. Like, what? I don't know what I think. This is not made for dry skin, but I don't think that it's drying. I don't feel dry. I don't feel tight. I really don't feel like I'm getting drag lines or anything like that going on. So I think if you have dry skin, this is fine, with the exception of flaking or peeling skin. It does not look good on flaking or peeling skin. But if you just have dry skin and it's not currently flaking or peeling, it's okay. So I'm going to judge this the same way that I was judging the Urban Decay Stay Naked, because the thing is, I'm not going to skip foundation reviews because my skin is peeling, because there are people that deal with flaking and peeling skin every day, and it never goes away. And I think it's valuable to know if a foundation can hold up to that. Is this a wearable foundation in those circumstances? I'm peeling and flaking a good part of the year, so it helps me to know if there's a foundation I can wear comfortably when I'm flaking or peeling. So I'm not going to not review foundations just because my skin's in this condition, but I'm also not going to say that this is a failure if the only thing that's making it a failure is that it clings to dry patches. So that's kind of how I'm going to do these, when I've got pretty significant peeling going on. I'm going to take that into account, because obviously I would score it higher if it looked beautiful on peeling skin, like something like the Kosas Tinted Face Oil or the Dior Forever Skin Glow. Both of those I can wear when I'm peeling and they don't accentuate my peels. So you would get bonus points if you fare well during peeling skin. But it's only going to be a slight deduction if you don't, assuming the rest is otherwise okay. So in this case, I like the feeling of it. I think it's lightweight. I think it's fine for dry skin. I like that it doesn't settle into lines. I don't really like how it's accentuating my smile lines. I could just be having some kind of mental block about my smile lines right now. I don't know. Do they look enhanced to you guys? You guys look at them all the time like I do. What do you guys think? If I had to give a grade to the Kevyn Aucoin Foundation Balm for dry and mature skin, I am going to go B- on this one. Sometimes I think it looked heavy. Sometimes I think it looks great. This is one of those that I think seeing someone walk down the sidewalk or down the catwalk in a model show, like, I think at a distance it's gorgeous. And up close in an everyday kind of a scenario, I'm not sure it's as gorgeous. You know what I'm saying? I think that might be where I'm at with this one. So I'm going to go B-. I'm going to try it a few more times, see if I can make it look normal on my smile lines. And I will always keep you guys updated. I will do a foundation follow-up if I have any more news to report in the future. We're going to go B- for the Kevyn Aucoin Foundation Balm for dry and maturing skin. I think it is definitely worth trying. It is interesting, it's unique, and depending what you're going for in your look, this could work. It really could, especially if you're not peeling or flaking. There you have it. Another foundation fix is in the books. If you enjoy foundation reviews, if you would like me to keep on doing them, if you like this one, give me a thumbs up down below. Let me know in the comments what foundations you would like to see next. I keep a running list and I buy them whenever I can. If you want to see all of my foundations ranked in a list, go to geekoutofwater.com, click the Foundation Fest link. I've got a ranked, sortable, searchable spreadsheet. All the foundations I've reviewed and all the data about them, it's searchable. You can type in whatever you want to see, like vegan, cruelty-free, drugstore, high-end, smoothing, hydrating, lots of things you can search on there to get the results that I came up with anyway. And as always, thanks a lot for taking some time out of your day to geek out over makeup with me. Come back every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 9 p.m. Eastern time for new videos. I appreciate your time, and I hope you guys all have an awesome day or night wherever you are in the world. Take care of each other. Bye-bye.